Transformers Prime figure. At this day of age. Does Hasbro know me personally? In Transformers Prime, Arcee was the quick fighter, as quick as her wit and temper. Usually paired with Jack Darby, she has a history of fallen partners that has made her very concerned about her friends in the fight against the Decepticons. And Arachnid, whatever she feels like. The series itself, Transformers Prime, was released about 10 years beforehand. But with the R.E.D series expanding outside of the typical G1 and considering the rumors of figures coming after this, a Prime-themed figure was included. Special thanks to M3 Reviews who sent this. So before we get into the figure itself, what is the R.E.D series, or R.E.D series? The term R.E.D stands for Robot Enhanced Designs. Not specifically called that for the R.E.D packaging, but I don't think it would be the worst name in the series. What this means is these are Transformers figures that don't transform, and before it gets brought up, Transformers is a brand name. Not every toy from the line is required to transform. I mean, if they aren't Transformers, then this Megatron toy isn't Megatron, and I'm calling it Steven. With this red line and the Generations title, this is probably a more adult line. Without the transformation feature, there's no kibble in the way, just engineering focused on a solid figure and posability. Some of the choices are fine, while others... Why Primal? What was wrong with the Kingdom toy? This is the same company that worked on the Marvel line and other various products, including, of course, Transformers for 37 years and continuing, developing some wildly impressive figures in the main line. War for Cybertron has been a highlight. So I was curious how well this line would do, and it didn't. It didn't do well. It's terrible. Oh my god! How does this figure feel like it was a first try by an inexperienced third-party company that didn't go through any testing? Why does Arcee always get the bad end of the stick? I thought Earthrise was bad. I don't want to trash it, not only because someone sent it, but because I love Transformers Prime and I really like Arcee in the series. I want to like this figure, and in some ways I still do because it's Prime Arcee, and it looks good for the most part. But then I hold it and feel immense dissatisfaction. Yet if they made a knockout, I'd buy it. You are tearing me apart, Lisa! Design-wise, she certainly looks the part. The swooping details of the metal panels combined with the mechanical greebling certainly fits her aesthetic. I wouldn't say the paint is good, but it's placed appropriately. Don't know why she has copper instead of pink, and I'm not sure if I'm okay with it. The head is fine, I can tell this is Arcee, and they tried to paint the eyes with a thicker layer of light blue to define the iris and pupil. You can even see thin lines for the eyebrows, and an attempt at details around the eyes itself. Hey, I can't do any better. Did someone say articulation? Disclaimer, I'm not sure if I could show off everything because certain things are so stiff I'm either afraid or I simply can't move it. And then there's joints that are just way too loose. The biggest shame has to be the rotation above the knee. They're so bad it's pointless. Actually, no, they are pointless. She's got rotational joints below the hips. What's the point? Ball joints in the head, but very limited up and down. Shoulder butterfly, forward and back, out and in, rotation below, elbow bend, another rotation below, wrist rotate bend, but I don't trust it. Presumably an ab crunch, but mine's too stiff. Ball joint hips that I'm sure will stiffen, rotation below, another rotation, knee bend, foot rotation, forward and back, and another rotation. Why is there both an excessive amount of joints yet too little? Shouldn't the torso have a rotation somewhere? Oh look, now I feel dumb. Oh, and the waist piece is a loose part, and this is made to get out of the way of the hips. The plastic is also weird. It's a stiff rubber, so joints can rub off the wrong way, stiffen, or warp. It's a terrible choice that made me avoid any other R.E.D series figure. Let's take a look at the accessories that were nicely shown on the side of the package. She comes with her blades for both arms that tap underneath, and with a little bit of paint that actually looks pretty good. She also comes with slash effects, and of course, one good thing on this leads to another flaw. Why aren't these in transparent? The stock images lied to us. I guess it's more of a swooping effect with the solid gray acting like motion blur. She also comes with a dark Energon cube. I like how rugged it looks, I get it, but it never came in this form except in crates. I think there was a blue cube. Wouldn't that make more sense with her? Why not mold the slash effects in the same color? Now for the real nightmare. The hands can be swapped when you unplug these tiny pegs with tiny hinge joints. Some say Michael Myers is scary, but he saw this and ran off in fear. And every hand uses this. Optionally, you can plug in the two guns, and okay, not sure how these come out of tiny arms, but I'm not complaining, they look badass, even if I have no clue why they're on hinges. She has closed fists for both sides, and trigger happy fists to hold, nothing. What the hell? I'm starting to think I should get the APC figure. I know they're not accurate, but at least I get joy from the first edition and Prid. That's not all. Unplug the chest and oh no!
Let's all go to the lobby.
Whoa, that's... I mean, I don't know what I was expecting. I guess it's to show off the core. There's a decent level of detail inside the chest panel, but why? What's the point of this? What's the point of this line? I can't even plug it onto a flight stand port. It sucks. I'm tormented. I love Prime. But what is this? No, I can't blame Prime. Screw you, Red Series. You ruined everything. So, I've relaxed now. I just have to... Ah, this sucks! I gave this line a chance, and granted, some of the issues might just be in Arcee, given she's a thinner bot, but there's no way I can continue to support this line from a company that is more capable of doing better than this, and that's what's so frustrating. Admittedly, I'm happy to have it simply because it is Arcee. She does look the part miles better than both her deluxe toys, but unless you want something that looks like it came off the show, you probably don't need it. As far as the red line, the idea is okay, but I can't say it's a success, and should have been vastly improved before production. Special thanks to M3 Reviews for sending this. Is it bad to say she just needs to stand there and look pretty?